in what I'm saying.
All right, looks like we're live. I hope we are because we're having some technical difficulties.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da.
All right, so welcome to Whiskey Weights and Wave live edition. I'm going to start trying to do this more often now that we're more comfortable doing it, I guess.
Yeah.
This is the first episode we've had in a long time, it seems like. We've been,
Outside of like Strongman in Colorado Strongest, we had
Yeah.
that one episode, but it was still.
apparently our audio was jacked in it. I went back and listened to it, and it was like every time we got near the mic, static. Real bad. That brick building really
Jack
messed with it, yeah.
Yeah.
Learning experience. But speaking of Colorado, they gave us a nice bottle of whiskey for the show. So shout out to the Barretts for the Fireside Straight Bourbon Whiskey. It's a brother in bond. We had a brother in bond at one of our swaps, didn't we?
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Can't remember.
Let's go ahead and crack this open. If you don't mind, I'm gonna pour a little bit into our mix bottle. My whiskey decanter.
Did you pour some 291 in there?
No, I saved some though.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got you.
I saved enough for you to taste it, and because it's a rye, we didn't have the rye at the, and then enough to put the rest in there.
Yeah. Remember you said you were going to do it.
It was deceptively small, or
Oh, the bottle
like
itself?
one pour almost killed the bottle. I was like, oh god, no, let me put it back. Poured a little bit back in the bottle. My little supplement funnel. Just a little bit. There we go. Let you go ahead and make the first pour for you. Hey, how are you? We have Turquoise. That was they were on the live stream with us this past weekend at Alabama's. So we were just getting set up here and pouring our drinks. Thank you. Chin chin.
Chin chin. Yeah, we're looking
I was looking at you when I said chin chin. I thought it was that part. So, how are you today? It's been a whirlwind the last few weeks.
Man, the best part of this day has been the workout. We'll put it that way.
Did you work out?
I worked out legs and did some interval hit workout with sandbags and the treadmill.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw you throwing a sandbag over your shoulder. I wanted to be like, you need to sign up for the Redneck Games that's coming up in October.
When is that?
October 12th.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's mid-October.
If y'all are watching, let's see, what are y'all talking about? Well, today we're just kind of catching up with each other. We've been working, doing live streams. We went to Colorado together, but then this past weekend went and live streamed Alabama's Strongest. That's why I'm wearing this shirt. And just really just catching up with each other at the moment.
How was the comp?
Alabama's was phenomenal.
Don't they always put on like a super like well organized old machine kind of?
Yes, so they've done something different the last couple of years where they run multiple events at the same time, and it's just blown through. Like the first rotation of athletes was 30 minutes into the comp. So like you had 4 groups doing 4 different rotations, and the first rotation took 30 minutes. And I was like, that's insane. At that pace, we could have been done at like noon.
Man, like when you texted me and said y'all already like having a drink and having lunch, I was like, man, it's like super early. In the day.
We ate a late lunch at like 3.
Mhm.
And normally at those type of shows, we're not done until 5 or 6. We'd already packed up and got to the restaurant by 3. It was quick. I would love to talk about like the difference between the two shows because both were great shows, and you got to go to Colorado's.
Right.
And they kind of ran multiple events at the same time, but it wasn't the same setup.
Okay.
They had log press going with the Hercules hold, and then they had the bag toss with the farmer carry at Colorado's. But Alabama's was like, all right, if you're in group 1, you're going to follow this rotation. And they were supposed to, I think, wait until each group was finished and then rotate. They were just going through. Like if group 2 was done with their event and group 3 was ready to go, they'd jump in, start going. So it got to the point where all the women were left doing the deadlift, and everybody else was just kind of chilling back watching. So the women got all the attention at the last.
Nice.
Everybody was cheering them on. It was a pretty fun show to watch.
Yeah.
Got to do something new with our setup that we haven't done before with the quad camera setup.
Mm-hmm.
It was interesting. What did you do this past weekend?
What did I do? I spent a lot of time outdoors. Ended up going hiking Sunday morning. Well, I went Saturday too, but Sunday morning it was like super hot, and I was like, "Screw this!" So I drove to a place that one of my coworkers told me about called Adventure Shoals.
Yeah.
And so I rented a tube and rented a cooler tube, floated down the river for 4 hours and drank cold beer.
That sounds like a great
There was
time.
only like one other. There was a family that showed up at the same time as me, and they were right in front of me. That's the only people I saw.
Really?
It was so fantastic.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice little seclusion.
Yeah. It was only like 25, 30 minutes down the road, so it wasn't too bad.
No, it ain't bad at all. We'll have to go check that out. 35 minutes from us.
Here. Yeah.
Oh,
Right
yeah.
in Centerville.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's right there in downtown Centerville, basically.
Okay. Well, a couple of updates for the show. We have an official sponsor. If you haven't seen, Cerberus has decided they wanted to sponsor not only our live streams, but also our podcast. So I need to get their banner hung up in here. It's packed away because we've done so many shows back to back. But thanks to Cerberus. Also want to shout out all our channel members. We actually have the ability to add members now for like $1 a month or more. And so Stan, right? Trey Godbold. I'm going to blank on their names. Better not. Rosalinda Barrett and Tasia Benton. I didn't even have to pull it up. As soon as I started pulling my phone up, I remember.
Right.
So shout out to them for supporting the channel. We appreciate y'all. What do you have coming up event-wise? Because I know you got a lot of stuff going on.
I'm going to the mountains this upcoming weekend. I'm going to do a lot of hiking, probably some running. Really going to start transitioning in September. I signed up for the Spartan Ultra up in South Carolina.
Nice.
So it's like a 50K with like 60 something obstacles.
50K, that's like what?
31-ish, 32
yeah.
miles. So I need to kind of revamp my training block to include a little bit more cardio. And so I'm thinking I'm going to do like a split, like, be in the gym still 3 or 4 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
But on those off days of the gym, make sure I'm hitting the cardio.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting up every morning and like going for a hike or a light jog and like doing a plunge in the creek.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like I need to dedicate like actual specific cardio training.
We need to get the ice bath out.
Yeah.
And do that one day. Do a podcast from the ice bath, just shivering.
I was thinking about getting one of those like big melon and like the tubs that you got in the back, but it's just like a smaller version.
Yeah.
Because I have one of the inflatable ones, but my cat popped it like the day I opened it up.
Oh,
and it was just so hard to keep cool during the summer.
Mm-hmm.
Like I bought the blocks of refreezable ice and it just didn't work.
No, there's a pump that I could buy to add to mine to circulate cold air, water. Yeah.
But I mean, the one, like I've been going out to Shoal Creek every morning, like
Mm-hmm.
to do a hike or a run. And I've been hopping in the water
Mm-hmm.
and soaking for a little bit. I mean, it was like 60 degrees outside today. So it's the first chilly day in a long time. So it's starting to feel really nice and cold.
Asking if we're going to any competitions in Wisconsin for strongman. Unfortunately, no. The rest of the year we have lined up is going to be the Southeast. We've got Tampa for the 7th and the 8th because we're doing the Beast of the Bay. And I didn't realize this until today. The Sunday event is actually 2 different comps. And one is the USS Pro and the state championship for the Masters Amateur. So it's going to be 2 shows in that weekend. The next weekend after that, the 14th, is the Southeastern Strongman that we're going to be live streaming. And then we've got October's Redbeard's Redneck Games.
Right.
And that we don't have anything lined up for November, December. We're talking to a show in Florida for November, but that one just didn't quite work out with timing and everything.
Okay.
But we're open to doing shows up in Wisconsin. We just got to find the right promoter who wants to pay us to drive that far. Or
what's the one in Wisconsin that's the biggest, or are there multiple?
So we'll wait for him to respond, or her. I don't know. I'm just going off turquoise. I've
never been to Wisconsin. They used to hold a North Face 50K up there, I believe.
Yeah.
They were doing that. And when I was an ambassador for them, they said, hey, we'll pay your way up to Wisconsin. But something happened with work. And
we had an athlete. His Instagram is the Thigh King. It's Adam
The Thigh King?
Kosh. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. His name's Adam Costas, or I can't pronounce his last name. He competed in the limit breaker. He's coming back next year.
Okay.
But he drove from Wisconsin straight down, slept in his car, did the competition, and then drove back home. Like, it was the farthest traveled for that year's competition, and he still did pretty good. He came in with an injury, but he couldn't quite keep up because of the injury and the exhaustion. I'm hoping he comes in a little bit better this year or next year. But we have had some people reach out for next year. So next year's already starting to fill up. Yeah. So if any promoters are looking to get us to do the live stream, just reach out to us through either Alabama Strongman on Instagram or Ellison Fitness on Instagram. We'll try to get that set up.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to Tampa with us?
When is it again?
The 7th and 8th. We're going to leave out Thursday, come back Monday.
Of what?
The September, next month. It's like 2 weeks from now.
It's the 7th and 8th, leaving out on Thursday?
Yeah, we'll be leaving out the 5th early in the morning. I got to do some store visits on the way for work. And then
maybe too quick of a turnaround to get somebody to cover for court.
No worries. But long shot. Still waiting to hear what shows in Wisconsin that you would recommend if we did do any.
I could always catch a flight. Flights are only like $50 to Tampa.
Really?
I think so, out of Huntsville. Last time I checked, they're like $67.
I mean, do it. Join us.
Katie may be in for it.
Come on.
She loves Tampa.
It's a Fit Expo. I'll put y'all on as our team. They're going to have all kinds of stuff going on. It's going to be the Tampa Expo Hall, and they're going to have, I think they're going to have powerlifting. I think they're going to have bodybuilding. It's going to be all kinds of fun stuff down there. It's going to be an entertaining show. And then we've got some stuff coming up here local we're working on. Like next weekend is not this Saturday, but next Saturday is the Sunrise Hike, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to go up to King's Chair at Oak Mountain. Was about a 3 mile up and back, or is it?
It's right at 2 miles up and 2 miles back, so about 4 miles round trip.
Not too bad.
It's always a good time though. Hopefully the weather will cooperate.
Is it looking like it, or have you checked it?
I haven't checked it yet. Okay. I typically, it's like if it's not within the week, I'm not going to check it because you just get disappointed.
Yeah, stuff changes so fast around here.
It really does. But yeah, we got Sunrise Hike coming up in 2 weeks. I got another one in October.
Nice.
The Halloween one that we typically do.
Are you wearing the maid's outfit?
I may not wear the maid's outfit again this time.
Can you fit in the maid's outfit? You've bulked up a little bit.
I mean, I've gained about 25 pounds since I put on the maid's outfit, so I don't know that I fit it anymore. But we also got Fit Fest coming up.
Yeah, Fit Fest, September 21st. We're going to have back-to-back 3 weekends straight. We got comp, Fit Fest.
Nice.
It's going to be a busy month. That's our anniversary month. So Alex, she's being very, very nice to me about booking all this stuff. But then in November, we're taking the kids to Disney World. So that'll be, or Disneyland, whichever one's in Florida.
World.
Yeah. I'm still trying to convince May that she wants to go to Universal instead. I'm like, they got Minions. They got Shrek. Come on. You want to do that instead.
She ain't gonna do it.
No, she's not. No, not a chance. Let's see. There was a couple of things. Oh, I hadn't even told you this. I reached out to Alabaster, asked about the permit stuff. They sent me a form to fill out. So for the 5K, maybe we can get that set up for the first weekend of December and run a little 5K out of the brewery. They didn't seem to be against it or anything. So it should
just be something very straightforward.
Yeah, because they were like, we don't have to book a pavilion. Well, you might not have to pay anything. Just fill out the form so we have, the emergency services know we have a bunch of people running. Yeah.
What's going on. Now, I mean, if we can cut out that cost, that'd be great. Because I mean, we're going to be after post race at the brewery.
Yeah.
So it's not like we need really a good.
No, everybody just go to the brewery, hang out. Anybody who wants to drink drinks, and if not, they've got a nice backyard, kind of fenced in area.
Oh yeah, I don't think I've ever been in the back.
We'll have to go check it out.
Okay.
Ivy League Brew, if you're in the area, definitely go check them out. What you think of the whiskey?
It's good. It was really good.
I didn't know Brothers of Bond was out of Colorado. Thank you again to the Barretts for this. Not only did they treat us very kindly up there, but they provided us with 2 bottles of whiskey as a thank you on the way out.
Yeah, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
I like that imagery.
Yeah.
I missed the big mountains already.
I'm very excited to go back. You know, we did confirm that we'll be going back in March, so we'll be going up for the Olympic City Pro-Am.
Okay.
Yep,
Shoot me those dates.
I will. That one's going to be a little bit trickier because we're going to have to account for potential snow. And I've got like 8 people who want to go right now.
Well, we can always take multiple cars.
Yeah, but so we spent $500 in gas. Not to get political, but God Almighty, gas is
So,
expensive.
like, what if we rented like a 14-passenger van?
That's possible. My thought was if we could fit. Jonathan has offered his expedition
Right.
seats 6 pretty comfortably compared to my truck
Yeah.
sitting 6. But he also can tow with it. So I figured we'd just rent a U-Haul, put everything in the covered U-Haul, like little trailer. That way we don't have to worry about still getting rained on. We can lock it up. We'd be more comfortable instead of having everything piled in the back seat.
But if you did like a 15-passenger van, you have multiple places where you can just lay out.
True. Gotta see how much that costs because I did account for fuel and car rental. So we do have a budget for it this time.
Okay.
We're definitely getting better at projecting what we need out of these shows, but we're so close. I don't know if I was probably bugging y'all in there a little bit, but we are so close to the 1,000 subscriber count right now. I think we're at 992 as of starting this 902 as of starting this episode today.
Oh, nice.
Still there. We need 1,000 subscribers to get to the monetization level, but we also have the ability to do members now for $1, $5. I think then it goes 25, and for $100 a month, you can be a sponsor of the channel. So like businesses who want to sponsor us like that, they can just do a monthly subscription and kill it whenever they want, kind of thing. But we're getting there. I think after the September show, the channel will be monetized, and we'll be able to be a little more open with where we go.
Right.
Because I found out recently that not only can we do a live stream, from anywhere as long as we have internet, but if I have enough equipment, I can send a second crew to, let's say we do one in Wisconsin and we do one in Colorado the same exact weekend, the exact same time. We can stream both of them to the same channel, and you'll have 2 videos to pick from. So you just got to log in on both devices. Yeah. So, I mean, if we start gaining enough members paying monthly, that money's going to go right back into it for the beginning. And eventually it'll start bringing more and more content. Because then if we start making enough money off of YouTube, the promoters are going to save money. We're going to continue bringing the live streams for free. Right. The quality is just going to get better every time.
Right.
We've made huge jumps, and I want to continue that projection. I want to keep adding PTZ cameras, keep adding high def stuff.
Yeah. I think what you're doing is really awesome.
And then every now and then we can put the money towards more whiskey. So got to fund our habit somehow.
Right.
Well, I know Alex is chomping to go to dinner. She's sitting in the back with the kids, but figure, we'll have one more pour, talk just a few more minutes. And then if anybody's watching, wants to ask questions, shoot them our way, top me off a little bit right there.
Good?
Yeah, that's good. So your 50K, that's in November.
Yeah.
Same weekend we're going down to Disney, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm taking off that Friday. I think I'm gonna drive up just Friday morning. I think I'm gonna camp. I'd like camp out my truck. I think they got some state park real close by.
Yeah.
So I think I'm just gonna drive up there, camp Friday night, do the race on Saturday. There's a place, what was it called? It's called the Beautiful Place.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen that? Where it's like this beautiful mountain overlook with like, it's almost like where they hold like a religious service. It's one of the most beautiful places in the South.
Well, it better be with a name like that.
Yeah. And so I want to like swing by and check that out Sunday morning if I can. They have like very, very specific hours. So I'm hoping to make it into like a little like solo vacay getaway. I don't want to like tell Katie like to come along because it's going to take like 8 or 10 hours to finish the event and just be really boring, probably cold.
Yeah, it's probably definitely gonna be cold. You're gonna be is it up in the mountains? partially.
I'm not really sure. I mean, it's like on some trail. I think there's some water crossing, so it's gonna be tough.
That'd be tough, yeah. When was the last time you did something over 30 miles, competition wise?
Oh, competition wise, I was been like 2021. Like when I was competitive with trail running, like I had 2 back-to-back 50 milers, and then kind of.
When's the next competition? Next competition that we're streaming is going to be September 7th. So just a couple of weeks from now, down in Tampa, Beast of the Bay. But you were saying you did what? 21.
I won 2 big 50-mile races, trail races, and that was kind of like my last. I'm done, kind of deal.
Yeah.
We put in a couple like 40-mile outings since then. They haven't been competitive. They've just been like, but it's been probably two years since I've done anything over 30 miles.
Nice.
So I'm just looking forward to something hard.
Yeah. For those watching who don't know us or are new to the channel, because we do have like 100 new subscribers since our last podcast, we are very different when it comes to our fitness. You know, I've done bodybuilding majority of my fitness career and then moved into strongman in the last 4 years, put on a lot of weight. You know, you did ultra marathon running to the point where you were a sponsored athlete. You know, you were getting paid to go do some of these shows and doing very well in those shows. I was not. I was very much stuck with amateur everything. But, you know, our fitness paths have been very different, but we've been friends, 11 years now or so?
Probably longer than that.
So I started at Target in 2007, December of 7. When did you start there? In Alabaster.
09.
So since 2009, because I mean, I'm sure we were friends when I first started working there.
Yeah.
It's probably about the year that I had to rub lotion on your back. If you don't know what I'm talking about, go back and watch like our very first episode.
No, because I think like I was dating Katie, and we've been married for.
No, y'all were married at I think so 2010. Because y'all got married in 10.
We've been married 14 years. What does that mean?
Yes, 2010. So,
Okay.
yeah, I think I met y'all right after you got married.
So we've been friends for 14 years.
Don't.
It does not seem that long.
No, I don't feel that old.
But yeah, 2 different paths.
Yeah.
Like I've kind of transitioned from strictly being very specific with ultra running. So I was like a $125.
That still blows my mind that you were that small.
Every time I look at a picture, it doesn't look like me at all.
No.
It's weird. You know, then put on like 25 or so pounds
Mm-hmm.
and I just feel a lot better now.
Yeah.
I don't feel as achy and no more injuries.
I know I put on like 25 in the last 4 years and I'm trying to get it off and it's sticking. It's holding on. Probably not helping that we're going to eat Mexican twice a week and drinking margaritas and drinking whiskey.
You know, I haven't been yet. That's why tonight's.
You ain't been yet this week? Okay. Well, if anybody don't have any questions to add to the channel, you know, and if you missed my answer to your question, it was Beast of the Bay, September 7th. We're going to probably wrap this up here in a second.
Yeah.
If we'll do a few more lives like this, you know, the more engagement we get with the live streams, we'll continue doing them. But if not, we'll just go back to recording and posting later.
Yeah.
You know, we still get a lot of interest either way, but nobody cares.
Train harder.
Cheers, y'all.